If you can't tell, we really like One Piece, and here are the reasons why you should.
Hey guys, welcome back to Weekday 1-Up. How's your day going?
Is it good? Is it fine?
Give him a chance to answer. Don't you learn
Are
from
you
Dora?
really, really mine?
Learn from Dora, bro.
Dora is a bitch.
She's the explorer. So, one of my favorite anime in the world is One Piece.
Same.
These all belong to me. So, as you can tell, I am a little bit of a fan.
He's got a wall scroll over there.
One Piece is a good show. And today we wanted to talk to you about why you should take the leap into this almost 700 episode show to watch. I mean, okay. First of all, let's just say it. A lot of people have a problem watching One Piece for multiple reasons. One, do you know what number one is?
I'm gonna say it's the 4Kids dub.
The 4Kids dub, I think this is less of a problem nowadays for sure.
Yeah.
But I think for some people it does still kind of deter them.
It was the reason I wouldn't watch it for a long time.
Don't even watch it dubbed. Just watch it in I mean, the Funimation dub is great.
It's good.
But just even skip over that. Just watch it in Japanese. And then there's nothing to even remotely worry about.
Right.
Definitely. It's great. The Japanese voices are great. The Funimation dub, if you do want to watch it dubbed, is great.
Very good. Because what they do for it is they handpick Oda.
The Toei.
Toei, I think Oda has a little bit of say. They handpick who everybody is.
Well, he didn't handpick, but he was there. He helped make the decisions. They needed to be there. Not Oda, sorry, Toei. But beyond that, because I want to get into real reasons why you should watch it, not just misconceptions. The other thing that a lot of people have a problem with is that it's almost 700 episodes now.
Is it really?
Or is it more than 700 now? It's around there. It's long.
And it's still got about at least 12 years left.
I think it's at 11 years left.
11?
Now. Yeah. It was in 2013
It's like
when it had 14 years left. So, actually, it's got, 12 years left? It's got a long time left.
And Oda says he's got the whole thing planned out, knows how it's going to end.
Yeah. So, I know that it's long. I know that it's a commitment, and it really is. And once you catch up, it's just like any other weekly anime.
But catching up is no simple feat.
Yeah, if you're not somebody who's ever had to catch up on a show like this, it's going to be difficult. And
skip filler.
Skip filler. Of course, skip filler. Always skip filler.
Or what are the reasons they should watch it?
Well, I did just want to say, I want you guys to know that if you do decide to watch One Piece from this episode, when you go in and you watch that first episode, you're going to think, no. You're immediately going to think, I am not going to watch this.
Just grin and bear it. Grin and bear it.
Because One Piece has aged. The beginning of One Piece has aged absolutely terribly. Watching that first episode is so difficult.
I haven't watched it for that.
I recently watched it. It was a couple months ago. Kind of recently. I recently watched the first episode. It is so difficult. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. I'm telling you now. But handle the hardship. And if you make it through, you're going to be rewarded with one of the best, one of the most epic shows that there is.
If you really, really want something to convince you, go look up the AMV One Piece in 10 minutes.
No, it's going to have a lot of big spoilers.
Yeah, but it's so long. I don't think anybody's going to remember.
Go watch that, but cut out 1 minute early. Because there's a massive spoiler at the end of that.
There is?
That you don't want to see.
I've seen it 1,000 times.
You already know about this spoiler, but...
Oh, yeah.
Actually, there's a spoiler sitting on this desk.
Oh, yeah, I saw, as soon as I put it on there, I was like, there's a massive spoiler.
And that's what I'm talking about.
On this desk.
But anyway, don't look at that. So, why should you watch One Piece? Why do we go on and on about it? Why do we think that it's worth watching all these episodes? Dakota, you go first.
I think it's worth watching all the episodes for the emotional feels you can get from the characters. There's been several times, if you can make it to the, whatchamacallit?
Chopper?
Well, if you can make it to the chopper stuff, it'll tug at your heartstrings. But for me, My most epic so far One Piece was, and I'm glad they made a movie out of it because it's even better, was the Crocodile arc.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, it's not. It was the most epic up to that point that I had watched. And then you got the Inaru stuff. Oh, it's just so epic, and so the story is so good, and the characters, and you.
Let me just say, Water 7 and Enies Lobby.
I haven't made it that far, man.
Dakota's not seen that, but that is the reason you should watch One Piece. To get to Water 7 and Enies Lobby. It's like 200 episodes in, and it is so freaking worth it. I've never marathoned a show more than I did when we were at that point. Me and my brother were watching it, and we probably watched like 30 episodes in one day.
Really?
How's that even happen? Yeah, because we could not stop. We started and we were just like, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And the other thing is, One Piece is a show that it will make you cry. You will cry. Like, there is no doubt about it.
Like, you look at this little silly guy and all these goofy-ass looking characters, and you're thinking, it's just a silly kid. No.
Yeah.
It will make you sob.
You will tear up. You will hate it. You will love it. It'll be everything at once for you.
You'll want to date it.
You'll take it out on a couple dates. You'll find out you're not really that compatible, but you're still trying to stalk it. That doesn't make any sense. But the reason that happens is because One Piece has this very special thing that I'm not going to say no other show has it, because other shows do have it, but One Piece is another example of a show that does it so well, is that this connection to the characters.
Yes.
Because it gives at least every crewmate an in-depth backstory, and every crewmate has a drive. They're not all going for the same thing. Luffy is looking for the One Piece. He wants to be king of the pirates. But they're not. All the other people on the crew don't even want that.
You want to go around and say what every crewmate's dream is?
Well, I don't take it too long.
No,
we can name a couple of them.
Just a basic.
Like, Zoro wants to be the best swordsman in the world.
Nami wants to navigate
make a map of the whole
world. Chopper wants to find a cure for all disease.
Usopp wants to become a brave warrior of the sea, which I think he's already accomplished. But...
Yeah, definitely. And Sanji wants to find the all blue. That's really hard to explain.
Yeah, you'll have to. That happens in the first few episodes, so you'll be cool.
Brooke wants to find Laboon the whale. And Robin wants to find out what happened during the Void Century.
Yeah, there's just another reason you should watch it. One Piece's story, you wouldn't think it looking at this show. Which is another reason people don't want to watch it, is the art. Let me just say, you'll get over it really fast.
It's goofy at first, but I mean,
You'll get over it, and eventually you'll come to love it. That's one of the things that I really love about One Piece is
its art style. Yeah, the characters are all just so uniquely designed.
And I won't lie to you, when you do look at it originally, it looks stupid. It does look so dumb. It's like, why is this the best-selling manga in Japan? Well, you've got to watch it to know. But what Oda does with the story of One Piece is...
Oda is a genius.
He is truly a genius. What he does with it is so insane.
I'd say he's one of the best of our time, one of the best writers of our time.
Oh, yeah. And when we see where he goes with this, we'll know for sure. But let's just say, I don't want to spoil too much, but there is something called the Void Century, which is a whole century of history that has been erased. And they're trying... But it's just something that's in the background that's happening. Like, there's so much stuff. There's the Will of D. There's the hidden weapons.
Oh yeah,
from
like a
plutonium.
Pluton.
Plutonium. No, not plutonium.
It's Pluton.
It's been a while since I've watched One Piece. I'm sorry. I know I'm making a case for it, but I've been a little bit off of it. There's like all this stuff that he's got going on, and he's got leading into some massive thing, and.
You know,
like, you'll slowly learn about it. You'll slowly hear about things coming out as the normal story is progressing. And, like, when you just stop and you actually think about everything that he's put at you in this story, it's just like, it's almost mind-blowing to think where this is probably going to end up going. It's insane. And just, it gets really deep. It gets so dark later on. It really grows up. I think in the beginning, it definitely feels more like...
It definitely feels more like a kid's show, like Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Which is who Oda's main
inspiration
is. Speaking of Dragon Ball, they do a crossover with Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
And Toriko even.
Yeah, but it's just like it definitely starts off slower. It definitely starts off more of a kid's show, and then as it goes, it becomes way deeper and it becomes much more adult. Even though it does retain comedy, some of the funniest things I've ever heard in anime came out of One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
And
like when Luffy, the zombie, comes out of the ground, he's like, "Oh, what's wrong?" Here, whoop, and he shoves him back in the ground and goes, whoop, and he goes, "There you go."
it's a great show, and I really hope I've convinced at least one person watching this to go watch One Piece.
Just go. My buddy Ethan, he started it recently, and he's like in episode like 300.
It's so good. Here's what I'll say. So look up a filler list. Skip filler. If you watch filler, it's going to take way longer. Skipping the filler is going to cut out at least 100 episodes.
I told Nate that he needed to skip filler when he first started One Piece, and he was like, "I'm not skipping filler." And I was like, "You will die."
Yeah, not that the filler in One Piece is bad. I think it's better than some filler, but it's just not worth it.
Sasuke!
It's not worth it to watch the One Piece filler when there's so many episodes. It's just you're just wasting your time at this point.
Yeah.
So skip the filler, and it'll go a lot quicker. And what I want to say is get through the first. I know this is a lot for some people, but get through the first 100 episodes.
100? I was gonna say 50.
We'll get through the first 50 for sure. You're on a very good start, but I think you'll really be.
Once you get into the hundreds, that's when you get into the
Alabasta stuff.
Alabasta stuff, and man, that's when you know that's like, oh man, there's a clear like plot.
Yeah, because at the beginning you're like, okay, this guy wants to be king of the pirates. That's the plot. They're going to the Grand Line. He's gonna be king of the pirates.
Just listen to the 4Kids theme song. You know what's going on.
Yeah, but then you suddenly start to realize, wait, it's so much deeper. There's so much more going on in this world, and him becoming king of the pirates is almost becoming a subplot, even though it's still completely happening and very important and talked about all the time. There's just so much else happening that it's like, yeah, that's important, but at the end of the day, with where this plot's going, is it even going to matter?
Yeah.
If he becomes king of the pirates at the end. But
I don't think it's going to be at the end.
Yeah, I think he'll become king of the pirates before the end. I think so, and then I think there's going to be a huge war that's going to happen. That's a whole nother thing. We don't get us started on where we think it's going to go. But
the show could go anywhere.
It really could. And that's one more thing before we get out that's amazing about One Piece is that it can literally go anywhere because they're traveling from island to island. And every island can be completely different from the last island they were on. It's truly an adventure anime.
You can go from an island full of fish people to an island full of hot mermaid ladies,
which are kind of close to the same, but
I mean,
we'll
say Amazonian ladies.
I truly believe there's no other anime out right now that provides the feel of adventure that One Piece will give you.
If you're watching this, and you probably aren't, but you are a classic anime fan, and you compare it to Dragon Ball, which was the adventure anime.
And I keep saying the last. This really is the last thing I want to say, is that One Piece, if all else fails you, if you get into it far enough where the animation starts to come more New Day animation, it will provide you some of the most satisfying fights to watch in anime.
Yes.
I mean, really, I really hope I've convinced you. I know it's a lot to take on, but please go and just let me know in the comments if you like One Piece, what you like about it, and let me know if we've convinced you to watch it. I really hope we have. So, that's pretty much it. Bless you.
Thank you.
Make sure you #1UP when you share this.
And stay nerdy. I gotta sneeze again.
Stay nerdy, guys. Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to watch yesterday's video, click right here in the center of the screen.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And read the description to find our other channels, plus our Twitch and more.
Nice, bro.
You should keep that in.